Hello everybody, welcome to the 50 Brain Cell Challenge. This is something that I've wanted to do for a very long time, but I needed to read a lot more books. I knew a lot, but then I would read one more and it would teach me something else, and I'm like, well, if this one does this and that does that, So I'm just gonna put this video out there because I'm gonna continue reading and I'll never do it if I don't. So this is exactly how the Brain Cell Challenge works. You have 50 brain cells in a day, and your job is to end up with the most brain cells at the end of the day. Each one ingredient you eat is minus one brain cell. And if you fast, you're not using any brain cells. I haven't eaten for 2 days, so that tells you I had 50 yesterday and 50 today. So one ingredient, one brain cell. Go ahead, enjoy this video. And down below is a list of instant fail. And why are they instant fail? Because they're a shit ingredient that is inside of every company that doesn't care about your microbiome health. Yeah. So all of these ingredients impact your gut microbiome, they impact your brain, and they're not good for you. And if you want to know why, there's going to be some books down here that you can read too. Or you can trust me, because I have no friends. I read books and research all day, and I love you all. Welcome to the 50 Brain Cell Challenge, and the first thing that you're going to notice is real estate space on the shelves in the grocery stores. The more real estate space, the more chemicals, because this should be peaches and strawberries, and that should be 2 ingredients. It shouldn't have modified food starch inside of it. This is all of the stuff you should avoid, and why. Own the entire shelf. Well, that must mean because you cut corners and have chemicals in your food. Let's find out. Yeah, scary. Holy crap. So the 50 Brain Cell Challenge, you have 50 brain cells in a day, and your job is to end up with the most brain cells at the end of the day. Each ingredient is minus one brain cell. So if you decided to eat this, you'd probably fail instantly. But the big things you're going to want to notice on here are corn syrup solids down here, dextrose over here, corn syrup solids again over here. And trust me, the math is going to add up here. I can tell you every single ingredient of every single food inside of the grocery store. And here you go again, you got modified food starch in this one. But I'm going to show you something really cool. This right here is peanut butter, right? Which one's real and which one's fake? How do you tell? So if you're following the 50 Brain Cell Challenge, it means you're counting your ingredients. And you're going to see right here, this is normal peanut butter because at room temperature it has oil. And then when you look at the ingredients, it has one ingredient, right? When you look at the Jif peanut butter, the ones that have the most real estate space on the shelf, you're going to notice that there is more chemicals inside of it. But mainly, your fully hydrogenated vegetable oils. That is what's keeping this from creating oil on top because it is not real. And if you want to go next level, you can go ahead and compare ingredients. This one has no mono and polysaturated fats. This one has both of them. So, which one's real and which one's fake? You decide, because I don't know. Remember, real estate space, chemicals. And here's my favorite one that we're going to highlight today. It's called high fructose corn syrup. I've read a lot of books about it, and it seems like they're telling me that it's 9 times more toxic than actual sugar. And the reason the high fructose corn syrup is inside of these is because it's a massive taste modifier. Let's see what else has high fructose corn syrup besides pickles. Alright, so we've got cranberry sauce, 1. Remember, real estate space. And I'm pretty sure it's probably in all of these syrups. Switch one by one. Go through here and boom, your first ingredient. And the way ingredients work is that the very next ingredient after the word ingredients is the highest concentration. So this is high fructose corn syrup and corn syrup in a bottle. And this one's corn syrup, then high fructose corn syrup. So they're all gonna repeat themselves. This one's just regular corn syrup and some other things. Then of course, good old Aunt Jemima, corn syrup and high fructose corn syrup. Remember, real estate space, chemicals, lots of them. This one right here is the, well, we're looking for it. Boom, high fructose corn syrup. And then when it comes to your non-high fructose corn syrup food, same thing. Real estate space, and a shit ton of chemicals inside of the food, mainly inside of the ones that are some sort of meat or savory foods gonna have your modified food starch. And I'm just gonna grab a random one on, this is where a person would normally shelf shop marketing wise, so we're gonna go to the bottom maybe there's no chemicals in these. Nope, just kidding. So there's a crap ton of them. You got your canola oil in there, and you've got your modified food starch as well. And I don't know about you, but I love these massive companies that cut the corners to increase the productivity of their people and products themselves by using shittier chemicals. So this entire aisle right here, you're gonna see every single one of these sodas. I'm gonna show you they're all gonna have the same shit in them. So starting down all the way at the other end, if it has 0 sugar inside of it, it's gonna contain one of these 2 chemicals. And you're going to have boop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop, aspartame, okay? No sugar, aspartame. Sugar, high fructose corn syrup. Sugar, high fructose corn syrup. Sugar, high fructose corn syrup. 0 sugar, there's your aspartame. And then they'll also have acyl flame potassium depending on the manufacturer. and sugar, high fructose corn syrup. Just gonna repeat it down every single one of these, guarantee you. And Kickstart, yeah, Kickstart you to killing your gut microbiome health. This one has high fructose corn syrup inside of it. This one also has sucralose inside of it, and then acesulfame potassium. So these are just triple death. High fructose corn syrup, HFCS, sorry, HFCS. And it's gonna be the same thing in all of these. You come to your diet, I'm not gonna repeat you all these, but there you go. You've got your high fructose corn syrup inside of this one, which has sugar inside of it. You've got your high fructose corn syrup inside of it, which has sugar inside of this one. And this one has no sugar, so it's obviously going to contain what? Aspartame. So now even here with some sort of plant-based something, the instant fails for me are gonna be written down below, but the instant fails fall under sunflower oil, they fall under maltodextrin, they fall under dextrose, they fall under soy lecithin. You've got dextrose twice inside of here, so this is a quadruple fail. We'll go back to high fructose corn syrup here in a second, but this is lunch meat. Same thing, okay? Sodium nitrate's instant fail for us, modified food starch is instant fail, dextrose is instant fail, modified cornstarch is instant fail, sorry, that's modified cornstarch there as well. Okay, tell me how this is smart ones when you're literally filling it with so many chemicals that kill the microbiome that it's absolutely insane. How is this a smart choice? You will fail the 50 brain cell challenge if you eat this. You got corn starch up there, you've got modified food starch down here, you have a whole host of just shit that you don't want. Dextrose, this is disgusting. Soybean oil, this is the most offensive thing that I've ever seen. The word smart attached to this list of chemicals. No. There's no way that they're putting the same ingredient that's in soda in our breakfast sandwiches, is it? There's no possible way. Yeah, so right here, they'll put a dash. High fructose corn syrup. I'm telling you, it's everywhere. Did you want breakfast sandwiches or did you want candy canes? Because there's corn syrup in these. You know the phrase, Lego my ego, please let go the ego. Oh my gosh, this is not okay for your gut. You will literally lose brain function. There is modified cornstarch, maltodextrin, instant fails, fructose. If you follow this 50 brain cell challenge, I guarantee you your brain will start to grow. Cool Whip. Oh, look at all that real estate space. That must mean one thing. Ooh, how I wish I was wrong. Corn syrup and high fructose corn syrup. So, are we eating a breakfast sandwich or are we eating soda and whipped cream? I don't know. I don't know by now. Whoever created these boxes of chemicals is a genius, because I don't know how anyone would eat any of this stuff, but the main ones inside of these, some of them have high fructose corn syrup, which is this one right here, and they also have the modified cornstarch. So are we eating lunch meat with soda here inside of this? Like, what actually is this? Because all of these chemicals are inside of the other foods, and I don't know now. I'm just lost, because you have some soda in here, you have some lunch meat in here, you have some breakfast sandwiches in here, you have some whipped cream in here, and you also have some, what's going on with the world? I'm just lost now. And read the book Grain Brain. Real estate space is also shelf life space. If this was a giant pallet of some sort of food that could just go bad, they probably wouldn't put it here. But in this case, we've got 4 nice pallets of some Christmas crunch, because it's Christmas, so we need to pretend to put Christmas things on stuff so people buy it so they feel better and happy. Now I'm going to introduce you to level 2 of the 50 brain cell challenge, right? These are phytonutrients, okay? So down here, you're going to see riboflavin, folic acid, you're going to see all of these other ingredients, and you're going to notice that this has nutritional contents in it. These are not real nutrients. These are chemical versions of the nutrients. They are not the phyto version of the nutrient. And what do I mean by that? So what you're going to see is one ingredient here, and this is where you signify a phytonutrient, is because there's no extra chemicals added here, but there's nutritional value, potassium, iron. That's exactly how you tell if it's a fake nutrient or a real nutrient. This is real nutrients because there's no chemicals added to that, just asparagus. So this is good. Now, since you just learned about real nutrients and fake nutrients, you're going to see ascorbic acid. That's vitamin C. There's your non-phytonutrient, a chemical nutrient that you're giving to a child.
Oh, Elmo's on the front of this one. It must be completely healthy. Eat me. I'm good for you.
No, I would never feed you to my child ever. Remember that word maltodextrin? Ah, well, don't forget to get your vitamin D plus some stuff that they use in chips. And last but not least, to finalize here, because I don't feel like going through the entire grocery store and showing you every single thing on every single thing that I show you, but that just popped up there in the front, modified food starch right there. But anyways, this is where you can find your own math and make your own reasonable answers with your own logic and completely remove all emotions from everything. So this is Philadelphia cream cheese. This is also Philadelphia cream cheese, but this says with blueberries, correct, right? Okay, so if you look at the total number of ingredients on the back of here, this is why you count your ingredients. You don't count your calories, because your calories aren't killing people. The death of the microbiome. So you've got pasteurized milk and cream, 1. Salt, 2, 3, 4. So you have 4 ingredients inside of here. And if you were to transition and add some blueberries, blueberries are only 1 ingredient, so that would make this 5 total ingredients, right? That's math. That's pretty logical. There's 4 here, and we add 1 with blueberries, that becomes 5. Let's see what they give us. So here's how many are in the blueberries, right? So let's go ahead and focus on here, get that up. All right, so the first thing you're gonna be noticed is the modified food starch that's inside of everything. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So my advice to you is this. Here's the sayings that I want you to remember, because they will save your life and make your life better. Mind your gut and you keep your mind, because it's not about counting your calories, it's about counting your chemicals. You know, I'm on my 2nd day of fasting. I know that when I eat, I must eat foods that are healthy, because if you fast for 3 days and break your fast with some garbage, you'll know what it's like when you're actually eating garbage. So, mind your gut and keep your mind. That's number 1. If you like fasting like me, wake up, don't eat, let your glycogen deplete. Those are your carbs and sugar stores that are left over from the day previously. And the third thing is this. Please read, because all of those foods that you saw there, I ate on a daily. Kickstarts, I would have those every single night with caffeine in them. At probably 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m., I'd stay up all day, right? If you read the book Why We Sleep, you find out that, wow, what was I doing to my own brain? Read the book Caffeine, wow, what was I really doing there? Grain Brain, Healthy Brain. I'm gonna leave a list of books below that you guys can check out. I love every single one of you because you're a human. And if I meet you one day, yeah, it's gonna be great.